Welcome to my boring opinion.
Okay, I'm back again, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the uh, statements that Trump made about the football players standing for the national anthem. Now, I pretty much agree with that, because it is very disrespectful. Now, I think a lot of people kind of misinterpreted that as Trump's attacking the guy's rights. Now, I think that there's a time and a place for everything. If you want to protest police brutality, I don't think you ought to do that when you're at your job, during business hours, or when you're an athlete and you're doing your sports thing. That's not how you do that. You protest police brutality on your own personal time. I mean, this here, Colin Kaepernick? I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name. And the guy who kneeled during the national anthem last year, it was very disrespectful. Especially since he did on 9/11. Now, we're all against police brutality, which, by the way, I think he's more like racist police brutality. And I think people of all races experience police brutality. And he probably supports Black Lives Matter, or kind of believes the same thing that they believe or something. And the point is that is not how you protest police brutality. You don't protest police. I can't talk today. You can't protest police brutality by disrespecting something that has nothing to do with police brutality. Now, I think that's like boycotting donuts in order to protest police brutality or something. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna stop buying donuts in order to protest police brutality. That'll show them cops. I mean, come on. I'm gonna kneel during the national. I'm gonna disrespect the flag of the national anthem. That'll show them cops. I mean, come on, really? Yeah, that's not showing anybody anything. There's a right way and a wrong way to protest. And although he was kind of peaceful about it, I don't think he had been doing it during sports. He's an athlete, so he shouldn't have been doing it during business hours. He makes his team look bad. He needs to protest police brutality and racism at his own time, in a way where he's not making an embarrassment of himself or the team. Because when you're a team, when one person acts disrespectful, you make everybody else look bad. You make everybody else look bad. The same way that I used to be a somewhat of a Dallas Cowboys fan until a few years ago when they made a cheerleader who was accidentally caught in the crossfire of a tackle delete her Twitter account because she was getting too much attention from that. I mean, that's not right. And I would have done that. And I would have quit watching that if it was a football player. If they made him delete his Twitter account too, I would have done that anyways. It's not right. I mean, when you act disrespectful like that, you make the team look bad. It offends patriotic people, and that's not the way you protest cops. I don't believe that Donald Trump is against protesting. I think what he was trying to get at is that there was a right time and a wrong kind of protest. And just because you can do it and you have the right to do it doesn't mean you should do it. Because I think certain things that you have the right to do are kind of morally wrong, even though they're not exactly illegal. And I don't have time to get very much into detail on that. And a lot of people have taken it. Oh, Trump, he's attacking this guy's rights. And I think that the guy should protest in his own time. he should protest at his own time, whenever he's off. That way, he's not making an embarrassment. He doesn't make the team look bad or anything like that. He doesn't cause football fans to all of a sudden boycott the NFL. It's like, you know, and there's already a bunch of, I've already seen comments, and a lot of people, they're no longer watching the NFL because of this. And Trump's the bad guy for saying that. Now, and last year when that happened, there's a few other people who he stood up for that and said that was wrong, and it said how disrespectful it was to kneel for during the national anthem. That's disrespectful. Last year, in 2016, a bunch of people had celebrities and all that, and none of those people got backlash. Trump says it, and all of a sudden he gets backlash. I mean, everything Trump says, they put a negative spin on it. It's like to the mainstream media, Trump can do no good. And if he does do a little bit of good, they put a negative spin on it a week or two later. That there questions motives or something. There's a time and a place for everything, and it is not proper to protest a police brutality during the national anthem of a sports event. It's just not proper. That is just not how you do it. Do it offline. I mean, he's a football player. He's got to have some kind of influence of some kind. He should have been able to do it some other way. I mean, he's disrespecting something that has nothing to do with police brutality. I mean, just honor what it means. It's honor what it's supposed to mean, even if, well, what it, don't do it for the cops for the bad cops. Do it for the good cops. Do it for the people who really are doing the right thing. Don't do it for all these bad cops, which my research has only shown a small percent. And if Colin Kaepernick, I can't pronounce his last name, and if he really did his research, then he'd know that you know, that it's not that this here white on black, no, white cop on black suspect killing. That's a very small percent. It's very small. There was only a very small percent of cops are bad cops. Very small. There was no way to prove who is a bad cop and who is not until the cop exposes or does something, messes up. And so forth, data only shows a very small percent. Been a few years since I've seen it, but I remember it is very small. So really, it's not. I mean, you should stand up for against police brutality, but it's just not as bad as, you know, as people make it out to be. When we can see all these videos, you know, that actually spread out years apart, you know, of police brutality, then they make it look like it happens more and more often than it really does. I guess I better end this video because I think I'm starting to get lose my voice or something. Bye.
This has been my boring opinion.
Feel free to support me on Patreon. The link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and like and thumbs up and like my videos. Thank you.